Hey y'all, Irix guy here, and this is a quick tour of Backcountry Campsite 34. We came in through Cosby, and here's the trail here. We had to cross that. Be sure to have some water shoes. I don't know if I'd go barefoot, it's slick. So then you walk up this trail, and you'll see the sign here that says 34. Now I want to show you something, because if you're planning to camp here, there's several options. So we're going to do a walkthrough of Backcountry Campsite 34 in the Smoky Mountains. So we go down this way, we go down here, obviously ton of water access. You come up here on the right, you're going to see the first camp spot. Actually, people can camp over here too. There's some decent flat spots over here, or a little bitty one. But up here's the fire ring. Fire ring for the first campsite. By the way, you got to go, when you backcountry camp in the Smokies, you got to reserve through the Backcountry Office. And you can only camp where there is vacancy available and there's a fire ring. So there's a fire ring there. You can see this area. You could pitch tents up here if you wanted to. You could pitch one down there, you know, one here, depending on how close you want to be to the fire. I like to be far away from the fire ring. There's your bear pulley system. The first one for this area. It's kind of hard to see, but heck, I'll just walk up here to show you. So here's the first bear pulley system. You can see it up there. We hiked in a little bit late, that's why it's getting dark. We were going to do Mount Sterling, but we came here because there was a high wind advisory, and it was no joke. We drove up to Mount Sterling trailhead, we got out, and it was sketchy. And we got back in the vehicle, got out of there, went to Cosby, and came to this awesome campsite. So this wasn't originally on the itinerary, but I'm glad we decided to go here because it's awesome. So this area, not so good for pitching tents. Now I'm going to show you why I filmed this video, because one would think that, oh, that's the campsite. Well, it's one of them, and it's a great one. But look at what else is here. Look at this. We're going to come up on it. Going to come up on it. Here's another spot. This is a fire ring, smaller spot. You know, maybe if there's a lot of people out here, this would be good for, you know, a single larger tent. You know, maybe you got more than one person in a tent, which we don't. We got 1P tents, but that's a nice spot. Let's see if there's another. So there's that pulley system up top, and then here's a pulley system here. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's right up there in those trees. So if you were sleeping here, or where we are, now check this out. This is the king of camp spots at this site, and we're going to go down and see it in its full glory. But see, there's the pulley system, and then there's the campsite. I'm comfortable with that distance. You know, we are in bear country. Be bear aware. I don't put anything in my tent. I mean, that includes chewing gum, toothpaste, candy. I don't put anything in my tent except flashlight, bottle of water without any sort of flavoring added, and you know, air horn's good. Don't really keep bear spray in the tent because I don't want to be encouraged to use it, because you could inadvertently spray yourself, and that, you know, if you disabled yourself and the bear, it could be a very bad situation. So we got the fire ring over here. We've got our tent set up. This, in my opinion, is the best spot. That's a 1P tent. And then this is a 1P tent, so to kind of give you an idea of the of the size. Let's, now see, there's a flat spot here. So if you had a larger group or you wanted to sleep up here, you could. And there's also another fire ring right here. But the bear pulley system is there. So, you know, again, the bear pulley system is there. Be bear aware. And then you got our spot with a fire ring and some benches made out of wood. Look at that. Wow, the fire's already going. That is efficient. And then you can go down here to access water from this campsite. Awesome water. Very nice area. Look at that. Wow. The videos don't do it justice. The hike in from Cosby was very nice. Did have some elevation gain, which was good. You know, I'm trying to work off some of that chubbiness. What better way to do it than backpack? And I don't know if there's another spot down here, but we will investigate, because y'all are probably all over the world researching campsites, backcountry campsites in the Smoky Mountains, and you probably want to see them. And by the way, I encourage everyone, when you reserve your camp spot, your backcountry campsite through the Smoky Mountains National Park Backcountry Office, I would encourage you to call them if you have any questions, because they're a wealth of knowledge. You know, obviously you'll be in the system, you'll have the spots in the campsite reserved for your party, and they will keep you abreast of any issues. For example, we were going to do Mount Sterling when we did this, and you know, they emailed us and even called and said, look, you know, it's high wind advisory, and they know their stuff. I mean, it was not wind that you would want to be out in, even in a vehicle. So, you know, fortunately we diverted to this camp spot, Backcountry Campsite 34, and there's another way to come in, but I would come in through Cosby, because you're going to get some phenomenal mountain views, and there's a few waterfalls. There's one off the trail we didn't hit on the way in because of time, but we're going to hit that up in the morning when we hike out. So, you know, be sure to subscribe to my channel and check out all of my backpacking videos. And I don't want to say I've been all over the Smoky Mountains backpacking, but I've been to a lot of sites already, and you know, my objective is to hit every backcountry campsite in the Smoky Mountains, and also do a night one time at Mount LeConte Lodge, because you know, you can't backpack at Mount LeConte Lodge, at least at the time of filming this. But if you can get a reservation at the lodge, you can hike up there and have a phenomenal experience. But I still want to do Mount Sterling, because that's a really high elevation spot. I think the fire tower at Mount Sterling Backcountry Campsite is possibly the tallest fire tower in the Eastern Hemisphere. So comment below if you know for sure, and correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, just really good spot. I mean, the location speaks for itself. Obviously going to be bear aware, because we are in bear country, and it's a great location for bears, especially right before sunset, because that's typically when they're most active feeding. But we ran into a few bears on Jake's Creek. Check out my separate video for that, but they were non-aggressive, you know, and obviously we kept our distance, and they just did their own thing, man. But they were aware of our presence, and we had one very large mama bear staring at us from afar. So that was quite interesting. But hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check out all of my backpacking videos. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, Rick Sky here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel, and when you do, ring that bell icon to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.